if you get something, so to say, for free in HubSpot, why shouldn't you use it?
Welcome to a new episode of HubHype. Today, coming from a beautiful, sunny, hot day in Portugal. How are you, Erwin?
I'm good. I'm a little bit tired due to the last week, but welcome to HubHype. Yeah, absolutely. Weather is super nice. I love it.
Yeah, summer is coming up definitely. And yeah, last week, Talux was the whole week in Berlin. We started off the week very good with sales training. And it's interesting to see that, for context, this client was migrating from Salesforce to HubSpot. So, they were really excited to see HubSpot. Everything that they usually were doing in Salesforce, we could 100% do in HubSpot and even
And even more.
exactly even more. And it was interesting to see some like reactions, like when we showed Copilot. They were really excited about that because it's so easy. As well, object associations, how you can, like in the object record, you can see all the associations that a content has with deals, with companies, with quotes, with other objects as well. The integrations being as well so easy because they had some integrations to do, and in Salesforce usually you have to do a lot of customization, and it's really plug and play for most of the times really in HubSpot. And just the overall UI, I mean honestly, of course we are a little bit biased because we're partners, but honestly it's much better. And those guys, those are sales reps using Salesforce for I don't know how many years, and they were so excited and to see something new, because change is always a little bit difficult, when big corporations change their systems and their way to do things. Sometimes it's a big process, but in this case it was really just making everything so easy, and everything that we were showing, they were so excited to see more. So I think that's the best you can get when you are kind of partnering and selling a product.
Yeah, I totally agree. And last but not least, there are so many integrations. So one integration we did is for sure for the calendar. So every sales guy is now able to have his own link. Before they were using Calendly. For sure, Calendly also is a good tool, but if you get something, so to say, for free in HubSpot, why shouldn't you use it? And the other thing was the customer was asking us, are there more integrations? And then we were asking, what do you use? So for as an example, they're using Zipgate for their outbound calls. So there's integration. Therefore, they're using Lucia. Yeah, there's also integration for that one. And we in this workshop really did a step-by-step guide how to use the system, etc. And they were really impressed about the sales workspaces and the scoring which is included in there. And I really can just everyone recommend to have a look in the new workspaces, because it's so good to prioritize your work as well as your tasks. Is really another word which is cockpit, but it's really your control center to navigate through your open opportunity, through your open tasks, to schedule meeting, etc., etc. So it was really well perceived. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel like even yesterday I was having a meeting as well with a company using HubSpot, and I feel like I think sometimes it's overseen, like the part of the sales workspace, because there you have all your deals, all your tasks. If you're working with leads, you as well have that, and you can have in the same space without changing screen. You can email, you can set a task, you can change the deal status, like everything from one place. And you have as well access to your calendar if you have it connected, to kind of control your work and manage your work. So it's really a perfect place for any sales reps. And I feel like sometimes maybe they are not aware of that, or they are, because it was kind of recently implemented, so people just stay with their old ways of doing things. But you should definitely give it a try.
Mhm.
So after that, we went to GITEX, this big event happening for the first time in Europe. So usually they are doing that in Dubai, but we found out there's other events coming up as well in different locations like Morocco, Singapore, and a lot more. I don't know, I don't remember, but they had that
Yeah.
well. So, and it was pretty cool. So I think it was 3 days. There you get a stand or booth for 3 days as well. And I would say that comparing to other types of exhibitions that we were before, the startup place, let's say this way, it's kind of mixed, right? So in other examples, you have like a special area for AI, a special area for MarTech, a special area for like education or health, and here you have like everything all together, and it might have benefits or not, but I would say that most of the things there were definitely, and if you're interested in going, were definitely about AI, robotics, cybersecurity, all of that world. And I feel like in some way, even though we have our AI software integration, we were not that because of that. We were that as HubSpot partners and consultants. So we definitely, were kind of, grabbing some attention. Like, I mean, what are you doing here? I mean, you're offering something so different. And I think from that perspective, people will come to us, and I think it's good, to be in such exhibitions and events as well to connect.
Yeah, I totally agree. And so since the GITEX, so I learned it's not GITEX, it's got GITEX, exactly GITEX. We are yes, exactly. We are learning that now. What is really great, so I used a lot the HubSpot app. So on the mobile phone to first scan the cards from visitors of our booth. So I must admit, I do not have a business card any longer, but 50% of people showing up had a business card.
Still have it,
So
exactly.
yeah, so it was brilliant to scan
Still up
the
there.
business cards.
Yeah.
You can immediately see if this is already a contact in your HubSpot database, yes or no. You can put in tasks. You can put in follow-up emails if you want to. You can immediately schedule a meeting and everything out of one app. So this is and was really brilliant. So it was easy to me for me to follow up. It was easy to get those data in because you just give your mobile phone to the prospect, and then you're going from there without having any additional work to do. So I was really heavily using the HubSpot app.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the app is super cool, especially when you're going to an event or also as a sales rep in some industries, sales is really like in the field and barely they're not in the office sometimes. So it's good to have quickly the app. One actually thing that, I mean, they are constantly working on it. They just launched an update that you now can see lists. I think you can now like create or edit the filters, but you can see lists. You can kind of sort lists, and it's just really in your phone and
Yeah.
like CRM in your phone. I mean, it's really cool. Yeah. So what would you say that what was the highlight of the week?
Whew, what was the highlight of the week? How easy it is, maybe, to add a new channel to help desk. So I was really blown away because for me personally, it was the second or third time I was walking around the help desk. So with our friends from Taloxsphere, I did this very often, but he's really the expert on the help desk setting up. And I was asked by a customer, hey, we need a new channel because we have a new website, and on this website there is no email address. And I said, hey, Lisa, come over and let's integrate that. It was really quick. So it was amazing how quick that is. It's working. You are sending an email from a specific website. Then you auto create a ticket, and it's really right away. I know other systems where it takes at least 2 or 3 hours to set it up, the new channel. And what is also available is that you can set up an email channel, you can set up a WhatsApp channel, you can set up a call channel, which is really nice. And everything is documented at the customer. So that's really brilliant. So my goal for the next quarter is really I want to help a customer to set up help desk,
Yeah.
because that's brilliant. I'm blown away.
Yeah, and also we saw that you can randomly assign the ticket for specific users.
Hmm.
And that's really working just like that. We did that with the email inbox, but you can do that, as you said, with WhatsApp, as long as you have a business account. So that's pretty cool, and it's great that you have such things so easy to implement. Another cool update that I saw recently was now, so Copilot has, so if you ask Copilot to summarize a record, he instantly summarizes the record. But now you can add that into a workflow as an action. So let's say that so you have any trigger that you want, or even manually enrollment, and then you have an action which is called summarize record. And then after that action, you add an action, for instance, to send that summary to as a task or as a notification to the sales rep. And so you can add that as well as a token in the description. So we will put it here somewhere, and then the sales rep is receiving that notification saying, okay, you should follow up with this new lead, or because he was in the system already for a while or something, so the system has already a lot of information about it. And you can now with AI summarize the record and immediately send that automatically through a workflow as a task or notification, which is pretty good.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any updates that you saw recently? Any exciting things?
So just a little bit of a reminder. So scoring, the old scoring, is sunset end of August. I know we mentioned that already the last time, so be prepared. So the scoring is available, but you really have to think about, as a customer, to use the new scoring model. If you want to, we have a lot of material in our knowledge base, so have a look into that, how to set up a scoring, what you should do with it, how to automate that. But the old system, so to say, is going to sunset end of August. So hurry up. Time is running really quick because now we have the 7th episode already. And we mentioned that the last time we had, I think, 2 or 3 inquiries last month to help a customer with that. Yeah, please be reminded to do that.
Absolutely. And I don't know when it's happening, but as well, the new pricing model is slowly being implemented.
Yeah.
Take care of that as well if you're still.
We just had a call today with a customer, and they are still on legacy, and they have to move now to a different pricing set. Yeah.
Yeah, and that will hurt for some companies.
Sure. Yeah.
But be aware that that's happening soon, or in your next renewal, at least if you're in legacy. Yeah, but I mean, overall, I think this month was very, very fruitful in terms of business, and we can wait to see what's next for Talox and as well for HubSpot. Also, the inbound is just around the corner, so September, this time in San Francisco. We will be there, or Erwin is going to be there. And we are always excited because they always make sure to launch the most crazy things in the inbound. So let's see what's
That's true. Yeah. And also the talks and see the trends, what HubSpot wants to do. For sure, the biggest competitor, I would say, is Salesforce. This is what they announced last year already. And I see a lot of Salesforce customers want to move to HubSpot pricing wise and also functionality wise. And we had this in the very beginning. So looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's all, guys. Keep sharing and liking and everything that you do with podcasts. Our podcast is available in Spotify and as well in YouTube. So thank you for listening or watching, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.